Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a video on how to keep your nails perfect. Ta-da! So I put a tutorial for you guys, some of the tips and tricks I like to utilize for my manicure and keeping my hands pretty. So if you guys like videos like this, keep on watching. Remember to give me a thumbs up and let's get into it. So for today's video, you will need a nail file, a cuticle stick, some cotton balls to remove our nail polish, a nail buffer. I have acetone to remove my nail polish. Of course, if you want a less strong nail polish remover, go for the 50% acetone. I normally use acetone because it removes nail polish a little bit faster, but it is more drying. If you have cuticle lotion, cuticle oil, or any sort of lotion to keep your hands moisturized and looking nice, I'm using Aveeno in this video. As for my gloss polish, I'm using xoxo Vive. I'm not quite sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but my friend put me on this and this is amazing. This top coat dries extremely fast. It takes about 1 minute to 2 minutes to dry compared to other nail coats that takes about 10 minutes to dry. This one dries super fast and it's actually very glossy. It's a little bit more expensive than the other type of top coats, but this one is still very good. And in this video, I'm using Sally Hansen's Gel Miracle Polish because this is very shiny. So, and I don't know if you guys can see by now, but I do like shiny nails. This actually does look like a gel, and it does come with a top coat. Well, actually, you have to buy the top coat. There's a top coat for this one, but I prefer to use this one because it dries much faster. And I'm very impatient, and I don't like sitting around and waiting for my nails to dry. This is in the color Smart Tease 400. You see that? Smart Tease 400. I'm sorry if you guys can hear it echoing. I am in the bathroom because I don't like to have my room smell. So yeah, we're in the bathroom today. So first thing first, I'm going to take my acetone and not completely soak my cotton ball, but soak it enough to remove this nail polish. Now, I've worked on my nails so much that I know the exact amount. It just takes a little while for you to, get the hang of how much acetone goes in a cotton roll for your hands. So there's that. Now, my nails look disgusting right now because I wanted to keep it like this so I can do a video for you guys. I actually hate it when my nails look like this. They're breaking apart, they're chipping on the ends. I feel like it looks really gross, but that's my opinion. So I love doing my nails. I just hate waiting for the nail polish to dry. So what I like to do when I remove nail polish is put pressure on the cotton roll and then move it back and forth like this to add some pressure and add some friction to rub off the polish, and voila. You guys can see my nails like breaking apart. Now, as some of you might not know, or maybe you do, I have no idea, since I am a hygienist, I wash my hands a ton. So my nails, and actually my hands are very dry, so I always have to keep my hands moisturized and keep them looking decent because they just look crazy since the water and drying. Washing my hands dry out my hands and my skin and my nails a ton. So I always try to keep my nails looking very cute because no one likes cute nails. I mean, no one likes disgusting nails. So there's that. So the last few nails, I'm going to just rub it off. I like to flip this cotton roll sometimes to get a new section of this cotton roll so then it can pick up the nail polish a little bit better. Ta-da. Now that we have our nail polish removed, the next step is to go in with this nail file. I am going to file my nails in a square shape because I prefer square. You can do round, you can do oval, whatever you prefer, but I like square nails, and I've always liked square nails. So what I like to do is kind of flatten it down a little bit first. I have to keep my nails short since I wear gloves during dental cleanings. They used to be very, very strong before hygiene school, but I wash my nails so much. I wash my hands so much so it dries out my nails. So it's very important for me to keep this looking cute. All right. So now that we finished filing, I'm going to wash my hands really, really good to get out all of this powder that I had made a mess with. So I will be right back. Well, I just finished washing my hands, making sure they're very smooth. As they're still a little bit moist, I'm going to grab my cuticle stick and I'm gonna take a look at my nail beds to see where the cuticles are looking a little bit uneven and just push it up a little bit, but most of my cuticles look really nice. Now, I don't like cutting my cuticles because I feel like they always grow back worse. And I have a lot of relatives who are nail technicians, and they too do not recommend getting your cuticles cut very often because they always grow back worse. So right now I'm just peeling off a little bit of nail polish that I missed right here with this cuticle stick. I got this at Sally Hansen's for like $2 or something like that. It's not expensive at all. So far my cuticles look really good. There really isn't anything, they all look quite even, so there's nothing for me to really push back. But if there was, I would use this kind of angled end right here to push it back just a little bit. Now I'm gonna take this buffing square and just buff out just a little bit, smooth out the edges at the end if I notice there are some rough spots. And I'm gonna pick the side that is not as gritty, so the very mild grit side. So I like to go down like this, try to smooth out the end a little bit. That way, when you put on your nail polish, the nail polish will look extremely smooth. So you guys kind of see how it looks rough right there. We're just gonna smooth it out a little bit. You see right here? I just don't want my nails to look rough. And I don't want to buff down my nails too much because I feel like buffing down a bit too much can cause your nails to look or feel very thin, which means it's more likely to break. And I do not want that. Okay, after that light buffing, I am going in with my gel polish, and I'm going to start with the best hand. And before I start, I like to just kind of roll the polish around a little bit just in case it's thickening on the inside. I just want to make sure the bottle is even. So I am left-handed, which means I'm going to start on with my dominant hand, since it's easier to polish that way. But I polish so much that it's not even hard anymore to polish with both hands. So when I polish, I like to go all the way to the top, closest to the cuticle as possible, and then bring it down one stroke, and then take it to the left side a little bit, and bring it over to my right side. Ta-da! And then I do that for all of the others. So again, get really close to the cuticles, bring it down, bring it to the left side, and then bring it to the right side. So down again. So I'm gonna speed up this part, that way you guys don't have to watch nail paint dry. tips for my non-dominant hand. It just takes a lot of practice for your hands to be so still and able to polish perfectly. But I just do my nails so much, it's pretty easy. So I just finished the first layer and I just let this hand dry a little bit. We're gonna go over with a second layer. Now, you know you need a second layer when you can see streaks in the polish like this. Let me get a little closer for you guys to see. If you can see streaks in your polish, right here, you can see the nail bed kind of peeking through. That's how you know you need another layer until it looks very, very opaque and polished. Okay, let's go in with our second layer. And I'm gonna do the same thing for the second layer. A key tip is to go over the exact spot the first polish was placed. You wanna go every single layout. You don't wanna put like a little bit of polish right below that line because then it doesn't look clean, it doesn't look professional. So that's what I've learned throughout the years, that you wanna place the second polish on top of the first polish exactly where it was placed. So we're gonna do that again. Over and down, and you don't wanna put too much pressure when you brush downwards, when you do that downward stroke. So down and to the left side a little bit, to the right side, bam. Even if you miss the first polish, even if you messed up the first layer and you didn't go over high enough, still place the second layer in the same spot as the first layer. So as you can see, there aren't any streaks anywhere, so I'm going to go in with my top coat. Now there's also a clear bottle of this, which is not as shiny, but still more shiny than the regular top coats. And I think that one's just a couple dollars cheaper, but if you can get yourself the blue bottle, I highly recommend it. So for some tips that I have for a top coat, I like to do the same technique, go down in the middle, go to your left side, go to your right side, and then you just want to seal the bottom like so. Doing that will help keep your polish on much longer than you would if you just did the top. So it's almost like sealing your nail polish into place. So you want to do the middle, to the left, to the right, and then on the end. So we're gonna let that dry for a second, and then after, we're gonna finish up this tutorial. Okay, so to finish up my video, I am going to, you can either use lotion or cuticle oil. Cuticle oil will be much better. There's also cuticle lotion. You can find that on Amazon, but I don't have that on hand right now, so I'm gonna use Aveeno. What I like to do with this is to keep my cuticles very, very moisturized. I'm gonna take a little bit and put it on the top part of my cuticles, and then we're gonna rub it in. Here, here, and oops, right here. We're gonna massage this lotion into our cuticles to keep it dry. Now, having moisturized cuticle is the key to having your nails and your manicure look very, very nice and polished and put together. So right here, I'm going to rub this in. Kind of rub it around and kind of massage it into my fingers. I'm gonna take a little bit more lotion and make sure the rest of my hands are moisturized, because drying hands and a nice polish does not look cute. You do not want ashy hands or ashy knuckles. So I like to go around and make sure it's in between and in the palms of my hand. Don't mind the scar, I got this a while back because of my damn dress. Okay, now to finish off, the way you can tell that nail polish is finished is if you put it together like this and it's not sticky or tacky in a way. So if you push it together and it doesn't feel sticky, that means it is dry. And sometimes if you listen to it, you can tell if it's dry or not. These are perfect. They're not sticky, they're not pulling together. That's how you can tell. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys in my next